Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's Mr. Enfuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A league of her own, Mr. Enfuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
Well, hello, everyone. This is the Baseball Junkies podcast, episode 20. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Her Own on YouTube.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Enfuego, also from YouTube.
Oh my gosh, we are super happy to be back at our regularly scheduled programming time here on Saturdays. Last 2 weeks we were doing on Sundays. Huge shout out right now to Hoosier Pulls. He's in the chat right now because we do this podcast live every week on YouTube, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And he just gave us a $5 super chat. That's freaking awesome. Definitely check out Hoosier
Appreciate
Pulls.
the support, brother.
Yeah, check him out on YouTube, Hoosier Pulls. He has an amazing channel. He's a huge Cubs fan. He's a huge Tim Tebow fan. He's got great contact, and he's an original OG subscriber too. So love it. Mr. Fuego, how was your week?
It was great. Decided to go to a card show today, and we'll get into the nitty gritty on that much later. But we're here to talk about what's going on in the real hobby world.
Oh yeah, baseball card world for us for sure. Let's get to it. Let's get right into what we got this week. We'll start off with the upcoming releases. All right, coming to stores near you, your LCSs and your online shopping hobby needs places. You're going to see on September 8th, Panini Immaculate coming out. We spoke a little bit on that last week. We here on the Baseball Junkies podcast are not super fond of Panini products and Panini in general. As far as it comes to baseball products, especially this year with the no active players, with the whole losing your contracts and stuff with that. Nothing new that we haven't talked about before here on the Baseball Junkies podcast. So I'm going to move on into the little bit better stuff here. Huge product coming out on September 13th, 2023 Bowman Chrome.
It's about to go down.
You guys, if you guys don't know, Bowman products are one of the most sought after baseball products for your prospect cards. Prospectors, this is a must-have product, and a lot of people enjoy collecting Bowman Chrome first cards of different players that are doing well on the whole prospecting game of things. So super popular set coming out September 13th. And then also September 22nd, a little bit later in the month, we will see 2023 Panini Select and another hit or miss with collectors, 2023 Allen and Ginter. That's a product that people either love or hate. Usually a really nice design, but Allen and Ginter has cards in there other than baseball. It's an
acquired taste.
Sometimes it's cool stuff. You get stuff like different actors or different professional sports in there. You'll get random stuff like popular sandwiches. I mean, it gets really, really random. So, you either love it or you hate it. I'm one of those ones that when I open up a pack and I get a bunch of stuff that's not baseball in it, I'm a little bit depressed. So, but when I do get the right cards. They're a beautiful set, especially later in the year when they come out. Ooh, are they doing Chrome on this year? I know
I'm
it
hoping.
dropped it. So when Allen and Ginter Chrome comes out, that's a really beautiful set as well. But Acquired Taste, Allen and Ginter. And then Panini Select, really not much more I'm going to say about that any differently than what I just said about Immaculate. It's cheaper than Immaculate. Immaculate is a more expensive product. Yeah, that's all I have to say about those there. What do you think, Mr. Fuego? Which product are you most excited about on this list here?
Well, I mean, I'm not really much of a prospector, but I will give it to Bowman. They do their thing when they drop the prospecting. Like I'm on Cardboard Connection now, and I'm just looking at what they have. Not only are they going to have the active players and the prospects, they got some players. They got some greats of the past. Like I'm looking at a Roberto Clemente, Bowman first.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. That is a huge story within Bowman Chrome this year. They are doing Bowman Chrome first legends. So like you said, Roberto Clemente and things of that. I think that's super cool. I don't know. I'm so curious. Hit us up in the chats and stuff like that. What you guys think about that? It's almost like an insert type of set that they're putting in with Bowman Chrome. Oh my God. If I can get this to pull up really quick, I will share it with you. Those of you that are with us on YouTube, and then for those of you listening, I will do my very best to describe it, and I will also have all the links for you to check it out in the description. Because we're gonna be able to view this. This is awesome. Here you go, guys. So I'm on Cardboard Connection, and here we go. Checklist and everything. We sharing here? Are we sharing? I'm looking at Bowman Chrome of Drew Jones. Well, this is Bowman. This is not Bowman Chrome. Come on, guys. Come on, Adrian. Bowman Chrome, Beckett. Oh, I'm a liar.
Let's do this. I've already got the link up, so I'll just throw up my.
You got it for me? All right. So I'm going to stop that one. Here we go. Thank you very much, boss. I appreciate you.
So as you can see, we got Roberto Clemente with his Bowman first on the left, and we got Joendry Vargas on the right. All right. This is the going price as it stands. It's a guesstimate, but normally it tends to be consistent with what they're showing on eBay. Okay. These are going to be the parallels breakdown. All right. Which is pretty good.
Right. Pretty standard there.
Henderson.
Yep. I see Ray
that
Wave.
They're doing.
Cool.
Yep. They got the fuchsias, kind of like with platinum. And there's the Chrome Prospect Series with first Bowman subjects. It looks like they picked 100 names for the legends.
Nice.
First Bowman Legend Edition, the base retrofractor variation. It's super limited according to Topps, but it is not confirmed. So who knows? Okay, I like this.
Oh yeah, that's a new parallel looking there. It's almost like a wave, like that looks like a fuchsia wave /
and it's right up here too, the fuchsia refractor number to 299.
Yeah, pretty cool looking insert there.
And then this is the refractor parallels.
Nice.
Which is pretty standard. Okay, they got the pink and aqua vapor refractors.
Vapor. Ooh.
These are the inserts.
This insert's called, the first one we're seeing here is the Prospect Process. They're showing the Drew Jones effort.
I don't know how I feel about having the injury-prone player highlighted here.
Well, the card kind of has like different images of him in different colors along, and it's a horizontal card as well. Maybe with a different player, you might like it.
And you'll see this pretty often because it's 1 out of every 12 packs.
All right. Very cool.
Okay, so again, then we're going down to the refractor parallel. You got the Chrome rookies, Iconics. Those look nice.
Nice looking insert. Yeah.
And at least we could say it's on-card autos. No stickers.
Gotta love those on-card autos for sure.
Then we got some nice relics.
Yeah.
And look at that. We got the Martian up here
Who's going to be kind of a highlight in today's podcast. Jason Dominguez
will be
debut on Friday and had a good game.
Then we got RPAs.
Ooh, and they're doing the Pearl packs again.
Yes.
So those are it's like one per case or something. Chase something extra exclusive with the hobby exclusive 2023 Bowman Chrome baseball Pearl packs. These average 1 in every 10 hobby cases. So it's not even one per hobby case. It's 1 in every 10. So
your hobby configuration, 5 cards a pack, 12 packs per master box, 2 minis, and 12 master boxes for a case. And then 3 cards per pack and an HTA, 1 pack per box, and you got your 12 boxes.
Yeah, so pretty
master
pretty
hobby,
standard.
2 autos, a shimmer. So nothing really giving me the wow factor here, but with the exception of the legend Bowman first and the new variations, really.
I do wish they had a list of what legends they're going to do. Which they don't have yet.
That checklist will drop later.
That'll drop later. That'll be interesting because, I mean, man, if I could get a Ricky Henderson Bowman first, shoot, that would be fun. That would be fun. All right, guys. I think that's what we've got for upcoming products. Let's get into the reviews of the cool stuff we've been seeing ripped over the past week here. It's a good time to be watching stuff ripped, in my opinion, on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, whatever you watch videos on. We've been watching tons of videos of 2023 Topps Chrome Cosmic and 2023 Topps Pristine. 2 just gorgeous chrome looking sets with really nice designs and inserts. Topps Chrome Cosmic. The insert, I can't get over the inserts. Some of them, the base design is a little bit too much, very, very space-like, very Topps Fire chromey is what it looks like to me. But overall, every rip I've seen of it has been super enjoyable. They've got the star clusters.
I am such a hypocrite.
What's that, sir?
I said I'm having such a hypocritical moment right now.
I know. So Mr. Enfuego and I had talked a little bit about, throughout the week we talk about different stuff we watch, and he was like not really feeling the whole Cosmic, Topps Chrome Cosmic, and I was watching it and I was like, I don't know, man, I'm digging it. And then I started sending him pictures of like different inserts in it. I think the inserts are where I got you. They're beautiful. There's the extraterrestrial talent. There's different the planetary set where so you've got your player and it's got either the sun, Mercury, and those are pretty short printed and they're just, oh my god, they're so beautiful. So I've got a few Boba Fett cards that I'm watching on eBay right now. So hopefully I'll hit on one of those. Oh, and they, they got the taco fractors coming out of that stuff too, which somebody's got eBay's got the Boba Fett, one of the Boba Fett taco fractors, which there's only going to be 5 of them. It's one out of 5 or only out of 5. So I'm like, I don't want a taco on my baseball card, but at the same time, I'm like, I want this.
One taco.
You get 6. You get 6
tacos.
6 of them. 6 tacos on your card.
Okay, it's basically what the picture that I saw that Adrian sent me is basically a prism refractor with 6 taco emojis on the card, which makes no sense to me.
Yes,
and it's the same photo variation in other products.
It's definitely a silly design, but sometimes silly is fun, right? I mean, sometimes it's fun. The other inserts, though, for sure, like we said, the planetary, they are so good looking. I would definitely, if you haven't seen them, go take a look on eBay or go look on Cardboard Connection. They are. I've got to get some of this. I got to get some of this. So hopefully hopefully I'll be hitting that pay now on eBay here soon. Pristine, I feel like if you're wanting the guaranteed autographs and stuff like that, you're definitely going to get more hits out of Pristine. A little bit more expensive than both of these products are kind of in the expensive side, about $350-ish for Cosmic.
So it varies by location. Like here in Florida, I actually picked up one of each today. I spent $370 on the Cosmic and $400 on the Pristine.
So for about $50 more, you're getting, I believe it's 3 guaranteed autos.
Yes.
Where in Cosmic, it's looking to be about every 3 or 4 boxes. There's an auto in there. So if you're, want better chances on the autos, Pristine is going to be the way. You're going to get encased cards, numbered cards. It just seems like the rips that we've been watching this week, and we've been watching a lot. There's been a lot more hits in Pristine, and it's completely different design, a much more clean looking design, but very nice looking, and it seems like you got a better chance at hits in that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Hit us up and on the website.
If you crack
Let us know
any of the items that we just talked about. You could drop it on the chat here, or if you're up long enough for when the after hours show, you can go ahead and give us your experiences with opening either one of these products.
Yeah, 100%. Let us know. All right, guys, I think that's reviews for our products this week. Let's get right on into that hobby news.
What is going on with Panini? If it ain't one thing, it's another.
Dude, Panini is the definition of a hot mess right now. Just a definition. So Panini this week, I know this doesn't have anything specifically to do with baseball cards, you guys, but this is kind of a big deal in the hobby right now. But Panini, major card manufacturer, has been just going through it all in the past few weeks. Or they're suing Fanatics. Fanatics countersues them. So recently, this is like a settlement from something that happened 20 years ago.
20 years ago, yeah.
With if you guys remember Wildcard, the company Wildcard that made cards. Long story short, Panini straight up copied their design.
They're getting beat up for copyright infringement.
Yeah, and they decided to settle on that, and they just, no big deal, just $25 million settlement. And it's with the NFL. PA is like involved in that. It's not just directly with them, but that's kind of funny with what happened in the previous weeks with the NFLPA completely like ending their contract with them, like without any sudden notice. It's just I mean, dude, they are just going down in flames. So
the Titanic's already saying we made room for you right next to us.
Yeah, seriously. So I'm thinking right now, I'm just crossing my fingers, and I'm hoping that Fanatics is going to be the way, like the Mandalorian. This is the way.
Yes.
We're doing the right thing with our sports cards. So far, all the Topps products I've opened this year, been very happy. I've been very happy with it. I've enjoyed everything. I've gotten good, good. I'm very satisfied with everything I open. I don't ever feel like I'm getting stumped. The quality control has been pretty decent on everything. Availability, prices are a little bit higher. I feel like they could do. I do feel like they can do a little bit better than that, but it's not. I don't know. It's not bothering me so much to where I'm like, I'm done with collecting and, I'm done with it. I'm going about things a different way. I'm buying a lot more singles and not as many boxes so I can get the cards that I actually want.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can go get blaster boxes, which is a cheaper option. And now Pristine and Cosmic, there's no blaster option on that. You can't get that retail, but, Topps Chrome this year, I can open that all day, every day, and be completely fine with it. When they throw in those sepia and pink inserts, and they look so nice this year, you feel like you're getting a hit in pretty much every pack you open. So, and then platinum anniversary. I know it's about a year late, but God, tell me you haven't had fun just ripping that. I know we all know you have, Mr. Bray. You've been ripping that. Like,
I've had a blast with it, but now maybe it's just me, or maybe you've seen it as well, and some of the guys that's in the chat right now, or even some of our listeners have noticed. Have y'all noticed that a lot of the trend for platinum is slowly dying out?
Yeah,
Because I mean, and I get it. Platinum is, like you said, a year late, and as soon as it released, everybody and their brother went to go, hunt this stuff down, like waiting online on a Black Friday, trying to get that cheap $300 TV. But now it's like nobody's ripping as much of it as they did when it first came out. But at the same time, it's not being ripped as much, but the prices are sure getting jacked up.
Yeah. Which I don't know what's going on there. My take on platinum anniversary this year, you get some, you rep it, and you're like, yeah, this is fine. You got some inserts, but because of the high check, 500 cards, the inserts aren't always of the greatest players. Yeah. So when you're not, even when you're getting good numbered like low numbered cards, if you're not hitting those right players, you're not gonna feel good about it. So yeah, that's what we got. That's what I got going on with that there. So I'm going to throw this into hobby news right quick too. It's going to come up later in the top. Should I save it for the top 5? I'm going to save it for the top 5. Never mind. Don't listen to me. That's what we got going on in hobby news. What am I?
Just a quick shameless plug. Excuse me, for those of you that actually are real heavy into getting stuff slabbed, okay, and things of that nature, PSA went ahead and dropped their September specials. It's not baseball related, but they are doing a special for football cards from 2000 to 2023 at $15.99 per card, $300 value. So in case you didn't know, now you know. Doesn't really apply to the rest of us, but I know some of you out there.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Again, there was one other cool thing I noticed that was available on PSA this month. Aside from here's the football thing that Mr. Fuego was discussing here. Let's see here. The other one was for those of you that have. Well, here's one thing. ComC, if any of you guys with ComC, you can submit directly to PSA without having to do any of the paperwork. I know that's a huge deal for a lot of people. A lot of people that send me cards to send to PSA are basically just plain nervous to send things to PSA. They're worried about not filling the paperwork out properly, not having the cards prepared properly,
or just not wanting to do the paperwork or the legwork to get it graded.
100%. So if you got cards on ComC that you have over their vault or whatever, you can just say, hey, I want to get this graded. Boom. They take care of it from there. All you got to do is pay them. Good to go. Kind of cool. And I believe you were telling me Golden is doing this as well. I think I've seen
doing it too. And their turnaround time is actually quicker.
Yeah. And I know Mr. Fuego's getting on me, getting better about reminding me to talk about different grading things. I guess I don't pay attention to what these other companies are doing very often. Bad habit of mine, but that's because I do it all myself. So if you guys ever have any questions or anything, you feel free to email me or Mr. Fuego. Both of our emails and stuff are in the description or on the website. So here's the other one I was going to bring up right here. I'm sorry.
Or, they could reach us out. If they want to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, reach out to us to the Baseball Junkies email on the website.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so also the Value Plus 20-day turnaround, $40 a card with PSA. Now, you guys might say, whoa, I know SGC and all that stuff, they do that already, and it's like $25 a card. PSA is grading more cards than any of them. So their waiting list is a little bit longer. So if you wanted a card graded with PSA and you want it to be a little bit quicker, right now it's about 1 to 2 months. This is an option here, $40 a card, 20-day turnaround. Just throwing that out there. Now, here's the one that I was going to bring up for those of you that have cards that are signed in person. So these are not pack pulled. I wish this would stay where I want it to. I'll just, maybe if I click on it here. Okay, each of the specials. Sports card, autograph, and grading. Okay. You've got a baseball card that you got signed in person. It is not pack pulled, so it is not authenticated by Topps or Panini, whatever. You can send it in to get it encapsulated and authenticated. Now, this deal here at $25 a card does not grade or authenticate the card. This is just for the autograph. So if that is something you're interested in, some people don't like that. If you can see on the picture here, it just says trading card on top. So they're not going to put the description of the card on there. That's a different type of grading with PSA. That's another thing with PSA that people are nervous about. There's all these different options on how to get your card graded that sometimes that throws people off track. But this deal here is quite a bit like, it's a good price, $25 a card, because if you do it the other way, it's going to cost more. So, and Mr. Fuego knows that from much experience. So,
yes, and real quick though, and I want to give PSA a nice little 2 seconds of glory. They actually made history in the month of August.
Okay, that's right.
In the month of August, they graded 1.23 million cards, which is the highest that they have ever graded in any month since being open for business.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So
that's awesome.
I take back everything I said about PSA shutting down due to being overwhelmed.
Yeah, I have been getting a lot of my orders back from PSA. I've been posting a lot of PSA reveals recently, so definitely check that out. So, all right, guys. All right. We got the hobby news. I think it's trivia time.
Let's do trivia.
All right, guys. Let's get ready for trivia here. Last week, it was Adam's Card Closet was our winner.
It was I
think Card Hobbyist was the week before. I know. I was almost said Card Hobbyist. I'm going to give them both a shout out. Adam's Card Closet and Card Hobbyist in the past 2 weeks have each won. We give them shout outs. We put them in the description. We try to get people to go over and check out their channel and sub them up. It's all over our website. So get ready to answer this question for some clout.
All right. So for those of you who are not here live with us on YouTube and you're going to be listening in, the question was Bryce Harper's 300 career home runs are second among the 2010 first round draft picks, and who ranks first? The answer that you should have came up with should have been Manny Machado, and his total was 308 career home runs. And we actually got a winner.
I was going to say we got a winner, and congratulations to Nikki 2 times.
Congrats.
You guys definitely, you can click on his name right now. He is a channel member, so you should be able to go straight to his website to sub him up. Also, I'm going to be putting him on the website and putting him on in the description. Nikki 2 times has a great channel where he opens up a bunch of different products, not just baseball. He does football and basketball as well. And he's a newer channel, up and coming. He's been in a lot of the chats, and he's super nice guy, super fun. We've been emailing as well. He comes to my SILCO sales every week, and just a pleasure. Just another one of those great community members. It's a pleasure to have him here. Congratulations. All right, guys, it's time to get down to the top 5. We got a fun top 5 this week because we had some fun stuff happening in baseball these past 2 weeks. Yeah, let's start off with number 5 and see what we got. All right, Ronald Acuna's 2018 Topps Update base rookie card makes the list because he made some history this past week. He just got the I'm gonna get it wrong. 2030, 3020. Am I saying it backwards?
3060.
3060. Okay, so 30 homers, 60 stolen bases.
The only player in MLB history to do it.
Freaking awesome. And he was announced that also on the same day he just recently got married as well. So congratulations to Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr. He's been on fire this season. He's super fun to watch. So I'm super happy about this one. I'm super pumped. Last 7 days, we've seen a 22.5% increase on this card. Last 30 days, a 3.6 increase. And for the PSA,
the last PSA 10 that sold, it was yesterday, and it sold for $65.
$65 PSA 10. I forgot to mention you could probably pick up a base card like raw off of eBay around $15 or $16 if you're interested in one of those. All right, let's get to number 4. All right, Jason Dominguez up on scene, debuted on the Yankees this past Friday, and he hit a home run. So his cards are once again off the rails. Now the rails are different this time. The cards are up, but they're nowhere near what they were in 2020. But still, we just showed off the 2020 Optic rated rated prospect hollow. Last 7 days, a 343.5% increase. Last 30 days, 278.8%. That's insane. One of these cards, raw, you can probably pick one up for $35 to $45 on eBay.
I'm going to give you the last 4 sales of this particular card, and it just blew my mind as she was going through her spiel. Yeah. So there was this particular card graded at a PSA 10. The first one that I see here sold on the 28th of August for $27.51. Fast forward 24 hours, it jumped up $40. Fast forward 2 days, it jumped up $60. The last one sold yesterday for $124.99.
Just like that. So that was card number 4. Let me show you what number 3 is. A little bit of a trend going here. Right now, we just showed the 2020 Bowman Chrome Sapphire edition of Jason Dominguez. This is his first Bowman card. Last 7 days, a 48.7% increase. Last 30 days, 100.7% increase. Raw, you can probably find this for about $150. Around $150 on eBay. I can only imagine on the PSA 10.
His last PSA 10 sold yesterday for $300.
So those of you that are fairly new to the hobby, 2019, 2020 mostly, the hobby went insane. And this was one of the cards that people were losing their mind over. 2020 Bowman, whether it be Sapphire, paper, whatever, everybody was trying to get a Jason Dominguez cards. The prices were untouchable. Well, for me, untouchable. They were very high. He was just a very highly rated prospect for the New York Yankees. So I'm gonna guess if you bought this card around that time, you're still not. I think if you bought it around that time and you didn't just pull it, I still think if you tried to sell it right now, you're probably losing money.
You will.
But if you're someone that pulled it out of packs, stuff like that, I'm gonna let you. I pulled my Jason Dominguez's out. I might keep one for my collection, but those cards, I'll put them on eBay as fast as I can. Just how I roll.
I pulled a Jason Dominguez Mojo Auto out of the mega boxes in 2020.
Yeah,
sold it for $2,600.
$100. Yeah, and that was the other thing I was telling Mr. Fuego. Just so happens a couple weeks ago, I doing these PSA orders, and I was doing a autograph one, and I had pulled in 2020 out of Bowman's Best a Jason Dominguez auto, and I have it at PSA right now. So I just got lucky on the timing with that. It's still at PSA. I don't know how much longer till it gets back, but anyways, all right. Am I on number 3 now?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Number 3. Let's go. My bad. I already did number 3.
Oh.
That's my bad. Let's go to number 2. This one was kind of surprising to me because it was an insert, but this is the 2020 Bowman Spanning the Globe insert. Maybe because of the Dominican flag on there.
Mm-hmm.
People like it, but yeah, very, very cool looking insert. I just expected all of his Bowman first to be on here and just in different formats.
Yeah.
But at any rate, 2020 Bowman Spanning the Globe. Last 7 days, we've seen 106.8% increase. Last 30 days, 130.2% increase. And you can find this one's a good deal now. You can find this about $6 on eBay, which could be. It must be a good. A lot of people might be picking it up because it's a good, affordable price.
Mm-hmm.
We got any PSA 10s of this product?
So the PSA 10, a lot of people are a little skeptic about Jason Dominguez. So there was 4 that sold on the same day, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
I got one here at a PSA 10 for 50, one at 35, one at 55, and one at 40.
Interesting. So
I guess not everybody's big on inserts.
Yeah, it's a good deal though. So if you're wanting to get in on just Jason Dominguez for your collection or something like that, this would be one that you can get on the cheap for sure. So, all right, that brings us to number 1. Guess who it's going to be? If you didn't guess it, it is the 2020 Bowman Paper Prospect card. Bowman Chrome first. I'm sorry, Bowman Paper first. Jason Dominguez. This picture right here, this image, this was, I feel like, a huge, when I think of 2020 and the craziness and sports cards, this is one of the cards that sticks out in my mind.
Yes.
All right. Last 7 days, 47.7% increase. Last 30 days, 54.8% increase. And you can pick this up for about $6 to $7 on eBay raw.
But for PSA 10, there was 2 of them that sold for $45.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
All.
So, you guys, that is our top 5. Let us know what you think of the top 5 this week. Who should have been on there and that wasn't on there? Or do you think this list was accurate? All right, guys, it's time. It's time for the best part of the podcast.
Yeah, love this part.
It's a banter time. Let's get it. Mr. Fuego went to a card show today, and I can't wait to hear him talk about it.
Oh, Lord. I knew he was going to throw me under the bus, but that's all right. So, yes, I decided to go to a card show. It was a last-minute type deal because, one, I've been home for almost 2 weeks, not doing anything except driving my wife crazy, okay? So, decided to go to a card show today. Now, for all of you that are watching or who will be listening, and you're from the Florida area, heed my warning. Stay away from the villages. Okay. Now, the Villages is a area of Florida that is designated for the 55 and older community. Okay. So automatically, I knew going into my commitment to going to this card show, it was going to be nothing but vintage. Fully expected it. So I go to the card show, and sure enough, it was a nice venue. Don't get me wrong. It was in an upscale hotel. Okay. And automatically I already started seeing red flags up because one, I was the youngest individual there. Okay. I'm only 44, but everybody that was at the venue as a seller had nothing but vintage. Now I did run into maybe one or two booths that had maybe a handful of modern stuff. Okay. But a lot of the stuff that they did have, beautiful. Like I managed to see some graded mantle rookies from Bowman. I did see a couple of Jackie Robinsons, the yellow border, that were slabbed. Prices were a little bit inflated in my opinion. Like I know there was a I forgot which one it was. It was the mantle, actually. I think this gentleman wanted about $37,000 for it, and it was a grade 5 or 6, I believe it was. But for the most part, it was a nice little period of time to get out of the house, and the show was entertaining, if you will, but then it's really started getting a little bit awkward for me based off of the residents of the Villages. I don't want to get into that on the podcast. I will bring it up in the after hour show where we take off the gloves and just lay it all out there. But I guess now I've learned where, depending on if you're going to a card show within your state and you happen to know your state through and through, and you know where these locations that these card shows are going to be held, you could pretty much have a good idea of what type of inventory you're going to see in that particular area. So, I mean, that's just something that you want to look out for.
I'm waiting for you to show the best card.
I did walk away with, I didn't find anything that would fit that is my cup of tea, but I did see something and I had to pick it up for Adrian because, that's my ride or die. I did pick up this Tops Now of Bo Bichette, and this is the one from his rookie year. And the highlight basically is when during the 2020 batting the 2020 season, he batted 301.
Bo Bichette likes to get his hits and battle. I can't thank you enough. That's a really super cool looking Tops Now card, numbered out of 99. I think it's 1 of 99. 1 of 99.
First off the assembly line.
Shoot. So awesome. So awesome. And yes, you guys, after the Baseball Junkies podcast here on YouTube, for those of you watching live, about half hour after the show ends, we're going to be on Mr. Infuego's channel doing the after hour show, Baseball Junkie podcast after our show, where we communicate with more of the chat, answer your questions, and yeah, we let it rip. We let it rip on that channel. No holds barred. Yeah. So super awesome. I'm trying to think. I've been trying to sort like crazy. I got stuff everywhere. I've got PSA orders that came in. I still haven't finished editing the card show I went to last week in Portland. And but I did, yeah. I've been going through and fighting my Jason Dominguez's and trying to get those listed up. With him, yeah, baseball was so exciting. So there's a lot of call-ups, a lot of guys that have been called up on different teams that have been doing really exciting things. And their names, we were just looking at the Tops Now cards. Their names are escaping me, but
I mean, I can speak for exciting. The Yankees. They called up. There was 2 Yankee prospects that made their debut on Friday, but in the last 30 days, they had a total of 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And
And
I mean, it's
Nivole
it's
Marte, that was one of them. Somebody just commented in
Noelvi
the chat.
Marte.
Yeah.
Yep. Then you had Jason Dominguez, Austin Wells, and then there's another name that I can't think of his first name, but the last name is Pereira. But
Uh-huh.
it just amazes me how, you know, the game of baseball actually gets rejuvenated in a way when you start calling these sought after prospects.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody's been waiting for Jason Dominguez to get that call.
Yes.
You know, so I mean, I'm glad to see that we're pumping the new blood into the game of baseball. Just need to work on the
Yes.
timing. That's all it
Because
is.
we're getting to the crunch time. It's starting to get closer and closer to playoff time, and you know, and I mean, the Yankees unfortunately they started off so strong, and now it's not going as well. But it's nice to see that they're making lots of changes and trying to. I mean, there's always a fight to the finish that I enjoy, and it's like, you know, the Orioles doing so good. I'm like excited. The Mariners, man, that's exciting. You know, there's just a lot of exciting things with baseball, and it gets more and more exciting when we get closer to playoff time. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to when I'm watching baseball right now. I am bummed Bo Bichette is still on the injured list. He just rested up that quad, and you know, that's baseball, man. It's a long season. Lots of things happen. A lot of things change. So, all right. I'm thinking, you got anything else going on in your channel or anything else you want to bring up tonight on the podcast?
I do have a 2-hanger of Tops update that I got to upload for everybody, and then I'm gonna be on the after hours show. I'm gonna be putting a poll out there on what everybody wants me to rip next. I got your input already, but I want everybody else to go ahead and let me know what it is that they want me to rip into next. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because I did a poll previously with 2 particular products, but I added more to it. I'll throw all those on there, and then we'll get a consensus, and that'll be the next thing that I rip.
There you go, guys. Head over to the after show to vote on what you want to see ripped on Mr. Fuego's channel next. He's got some choices for you. I will have a card show video coming out. I've got more graded cards coming out. That's what's cooking for me over here. That's all I have tonight for the Baseball Junkies podcast. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. And we will definitely catch you on the next one.